Greetings. Welcome to Karenhope'S 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration. The channel where hope grows inspiration, y'all. So, thank you for being on the channel with me here today. We're here one more time. Well, at least you think you're here one more time for the announcement of podcast episode 124 of my daily inspirational podcast, Karenhope'S 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration. But we ran into some technical difficulties today. And this is what it was. It's nothing major, though. But I do want to say that the universe will take care of what you need if you don't listen. Let me tell y'all this. I'm feeling better today. Yesterday, I was feeling great, first and foremost. I shouldn't use the word better. I'm doing better. It has nothing to do with feeling better. I'll explain why. Yesterday, I woke up feeling great. It was a great day. I could not find anything wrong with the day yesterday, but still I was like, oh, my energy was all off. I had no idea what was going on. I just couldn't think. I had no clarity, but I tried to push through it anyway. And, today I got the answer, really, what was going on. But, yes, I took it as an answer. You know what we say? We get answers, but it really is our responsibility to look at it as an answer and take these things that we see as answers and apply them to the questions that we have. And we have to know that they're God-given. So today, last night, excuse me, after that kind of cloudy thought process I was going through, I went to sleep fairly early, and then I couldn't. I was tossing and turning, and so I got back up and started doing some work, and did some things to accomplish some things, and then decided to go back to sleep. And I slept till that was 2 a.m. and then I woke up 5 a.m. and then did my podcast writing and actually started recording about 6:45, 7 o'clock. And then I'd start recording and then it didn't fail. It would fail. It would fail and I'd have to do it over. And then the second time it happened again and I was kind of in the corner of my eye, I saw the time, it was 11 minutes and 3 seconds. But I didn't make a mental note. Well, at least yes, I did, or I wouldn't have remembered. But that subconscious thing, I guess. And then, I started again. And then when it stopped again, I was like, wait a minute. I saw 11 minutes and 3 seconds, didn't I? Do you know how you do that? And you have to go back and investigate? Well, that's what I did. And I recorded again, and lo and behold, 11 minutes and 3 seconds, it stopped. So I was like, okay, Anchor's having a problem again, because we've had this problem before, maybe about 2 months ago. And I tried, and then I checked my email, and I saw that it said, there's, technical difficulties today. So today, because that was happening, I just assumed that it was the same thing happening again. I didn't even check my email to verify it. I just said, sometimes we just know it all, right? Yeah. So, I just left it alone. Waited all day, did the blog, did some other things. But then I was realizing that I was feeling better in my clarity, I didn't overthink so much today. I don't ever overthink, but I do a lot of work at thinking. I think all day. I create all day. I don't want to compare anything, but the pattern of my work is to create. So I do it all day. And I think that I literally just needed to shut down at least something for just a few minutes. And I was willing to continue to go into the podcast this morning, just full on again without giving myself my thinking a break. The creating a break. So the universe did it for me. Made me think, oh my God, made me think that it was all going on with the Anchor. But do you know what? I got a little anxious, not necessarily anxious, but I wanted to get back to the podcast. I was feeling a lot better. And I you know what? I shouldn't say feeling a lot better. That's what I'm saying. I shouldn't say feeling a lot better. I should say doing a lot better. It's doing a lot better. And so I started going through my files and realized it was shutting down because I had too much stuff on the computer. It had nothing to do with Anchor. Then I checked the email system, and then there was nothing from Anchor. And then I actually contacted the Anchor team, and they're like, hey, we're cool. So yeah, I literally had to take a break. And I did. So, but the podcast episode, which is called Fight It, will be available tomorrow, very early. In the podcast platform, links down below, and it's episode 124. But listen, you have 123 to listen to if you've missed any, or if it's the first time you've been on the channel. So what we're going to do is, and for y'all who are supporting the podcast, Karenhope'S 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration. Thank you so much. God bless you and yours. And for those who are considering becoming a monthly supporter of the podcast, thank you in advance. Okay, so let's just wrap this video up. I mean, like, really, what I do want to do is, y'all excuse me, because sometimes the music comes on, louder each song. Okay, so let's just wrap this up. So I want to talk about something. I have some notes that I wrote down today, this morning, because I said to myself, when I get on the channel, I'm going to be a little more solid in my thoughts. So I wrote some notes down. So please forgive me if I look down at the screen, which I'm going to do right now. Okay. So, but I do want to talk about this. Yes, I when we're feeling down, like in our spirit, like, that's not how I was feeling yesterday. I do want to say I was feeling great. It's just had some scattered thoughts. But sometimes we feel down, down. We just can't understand why things are happening, why they're happening. And yes, go and look at the blog today, because actually that answers that question. I said yesterday I really like the way this inspiration works. It kind of feeds into each other. Like, sometimes I will go back or say something or refer to something that I've written the day before or that day or recently, and they all connect. And it's not, I don't mean to do that. I shock myself sometimes, like, oh yeah, that matches. Like, I didn't mean to do that, but yes. And this is a case right now today. We should celebrate our spirit, no matter what, because that's life. That's some good life too. That's good feelings, because our spirit, that's what it is naturally. That's what it is divinely, just good. It's our spirit. Experiences and stuff kind of bring us down and make us feel a certain way, and it suppresses what the spirit really is. That's the spirit is the essence of life, exactly life that is in our body, right? Celebrating our spirit or celebrating the life in us is celebrating life, period. And I'm going to tell you why that's important. It's very important to get a grasp on this, or visual maybe, or just a better idea. The ability to have things, to be what we want to be or not to be. Remember, we talked about to be or not to be. That is a question, but no, it's not. It's should I or shouldn't I? Well, we have to be able to ask us ourselves those questions. And the ability to do what we do. It's embedded in our spirit. It's embedded in there. And we are spirits, but we're bound to the earth. And as we're being here, in a physical body. It sounds weird, but it is what it is. We can't make it what it ain't. That's what it is. In spirit, because the Word of God says we are to worship in spirit and in truth. It says nothing about in humanness. In human beingness. It just says in spirit and in truth. We are bound. Here on this earth, we're bound to look at that moon. We are bound to, oh, I love the moon. Look at that sun. I love the sun too. It feels good on my shoulders. It makes me feel better. Like, and celebrating life. That's what that's what we do, right? When we're feeling kind of down and we just sit on the front porch or take a walk. We really want the sun. Do you know that? We really want that air. We need it. That's what brings us up. We're bound to it because we're in this body, this spirit, all created by God. He is so mighty and so good. So it really confuses me. It's one fact about us, about me and you, generations after us and generations before us, like since the first person, they call him Adam. How could his name be Adam? That's so silly. Oh, his name was something else. I'm not saying that it didn't exist. I'm not saying that the story is wrong. I'm just saying that was not his name. But starting with him, what is the deal? Like, what's it going to take before we realize how absolutely wonderfully special and blessed we are? Because as spirits, we are human being. I'll change that. I'll just say humans being. But let me just put it back into perspective. We are human being. What does being mean? Being means living. We have to get a good grip on that. Sometimes it takes some experiences. That's why divine timing is so important. Because these are the things that we get to that help transform our life and propel us into our life purpose. Which basically means that everything about our life or where we're supposed to be is unfolding nicely. No matter how we feel about it. See, sometimes we need to, that's why it's necessary for the balance of mind and heart. Because sometimes we need to just understand that balance is required. And we can't have patience without balance. This is why. God, we can't even go to God without balance, to be at least balanced enough to know we cannot do this alone. Sometimes we could be so unbalanced that we think we can, we think we have it all going together, going right, and that's our definition of balance. And when we go on our definition of balance, we get lost in the translation. Yeah, so I just wonder, and I know you wonder. When we look at television, I don't even look at television anymore. When we read these articles and we, see things, I know we're wondering, what is wrong with us, right? We are a human being. That means we're endowed with everything we need to master this thing we call life. It just sounded like Prince, didn't I? I love him. Purple Rain. Dearly beloved. Oh my God. Anyway, we've got everything we need to master this thing called life. So, I wonder why. This is my question. I wonder why we are acting like, life isn't enough, y'all. Life is enough. Life is enough. Life is enough for us to understand that everything is going to be okay. And we don't have to feel down. There is life in us. There is a life in us that is called an inner voice. It's called the Holy Spirit. It is called our spirit. It's called intuition. It's called peace, joy, love, happiness. It's called Jesus. It's called all of those things that bring us peace. That is life. Okay? Celebrating life, understanding life, appreciating life, And appreciating life means actively seeking balance. When you get the notion, and sometimes it takes us, that's what I just want to get to. We can't do more. That's why we shouldn't beat ourselves up, y'all. We can't do more than what we know. And as we learn, as we get our experiences, if we are appreciating them, then we start to learn what they're all about. If we don't appreciate them, then we push them away, and then we have to learn them again. Oh my gosh. Oh, no más, por favor. So, yes, y'all. Let's all, just start to celebrate our spirit, which means we are celebrating life. Thank you so much for being here. We're done with the video. And I want to say that we probably broke a record this evening because I'm done. What? I'm already done with this bad boy? Okay, well, so, yeah. Thank you so much. I just did my kids' dance. I don't even know if I did that right, but that's what it felt like. Okay, so let's meet here again on the channel tomorrow to announce episode 124, which will be called Fight It. Okay? Check out the blog down below in the description box. It's the very last link. It's the GoDaddy link. Okay? Share, follow it, share. Thank you so much in advance. And y'all let me know what you think about it. And getting to that. In the podcast platform links below, those are all the podcast episodes. Okay? There will be 124 tomorrow, like I said, but there's 124 for you, 123 for you to listen to. Just scan through the titles and see which one catches your attention, and the one that does is yours. Okay? All right. And thank you so much again for supporting the podcast. For those who are considering becoming a monthly supporter, I thank you in advance. I will see you. And just getting back to here, y'all, let me just get this message off my screen. Okay, y'all. I'm telling you, it was actually my daughter texting me from the bedroom, and she hears me in here talking. But I think sometimes they don't think it's bothering me because there's no noise or notification. But I think they have the concept that it pops up on the screen. So I'll have to talk to them about that. Jeez, sweet girls. Because they sent me a sweet message right now. So it's nothing for me to be mad about. But it's like, Mommy, we love you right now. Mommy with 18 Ys. We love you. So I love them too. All right, and I love you too. So let's talk to each other tomorrow. Let's visit right here on this channel to exchange some awesome energy.